Akapeep will steal your identity if you won't like and subscribe right now. Paw Patrol when things get a bit messy. What is something you should never say at a funeral? So, how do I get the insurance money? My bad. Me. Goes to a family dinner. Some woman I've never seen in my life. I cleaned your ace when you were little. Okay ma'am. Let me pay back. Asking if I plan to have children in the interview. I was 19. I don't think an interview is the proper place to birth a child anyway. Do you have any other talents? Lies down and goes into labor. Murdered by Seaside Hotline. It did its job. Preventing the seaside by any means necessary. I'm a high school student who hates basically every subject taught in school except art. I need some advice. I do not want to go to an art school. Do not pursue politics. Underrated. Electric cars prevent garage seasides. Edit what's wrong with you people. This is a shower thought, not a challenge. Lol. Joke's on you. I can still just drop my electric car in the bathtub. Can you give me your tub in your will? I've always wanted a bathtub big enough for a car. Can a tampon in my bed stop diarrhea? Asking for a friend. Can somebody, let's say my friend, use a tampon in their bed to stop diarrhea? It will for a short while, but then the pressure will build up, the leaking will start, and then at some point you won't be able to hold it in, and the tampon will shotgun across the room. It will hurt. Horoscope. You close your eyes while sneezing. Zodiac people. How? The fact my mom believes in astrology makes this all the more painfully accurate. Divorce your mom bro. What's the most masculine purchase you've ever made? Pre-purchase my cremation. So my children don't have to struggle deciding on what to do when my mortality hits me like a truck on the wrong side of the road. I did this as well, but I took it a step further and have a life insurance policy. I work on power lines for a living and it's a very dangerous job. Knowing my family will be just fine financially if I die gives me peace of mind that's invaluable. If you work on power lines, I suppose you don't even need to pay for a cremation. That's just a perk of the job. 3 days. Looks well groomed. So, this is a full guy. If you've been playing for long enough, there's a good chance that you've unknowingly raided a dead person's account. I do this in real life too. Me hoping the Germans don't realize that third time's the charm. This bird is my spirit animal. That bird is actually mbating. Did I stutter? What two jobs are fine on their own but suspicious if you work both of them? Paramedic and mortician. Veterinarian and taxidermist. Either way, you'll get your dog back. That's one hell of a slogan. When you break up with your e-girlfriend, then you hear your dad crying in his room. Then you hear a gunshot from his room. Nobody likes maple syrup. Canadians, your free trial of life has ended. Just like the First Nations. Leaked footage of Redditors finding kids who like Fortnite. How to never run out of things to say. Keep a conversation flowing. Me. You look like you come from a big family. Why would you say that? Me. Because you're big. And big people tend to be obese, which can be genetic. Obesity doesn't run in my family. Me. No one runs in your family. Me. Not existing peacefully for 13 billion years. My dad. Nuts. Me. Good damn it. You know there's train stations everywhere now. Stealth bomber disappears. Goosebumps. My dad disappeared just like this when he left the house 6 years ago. When I die, please donate my organs to the hospital for medical research and my body to my husband so he can duck it. Prudent. With the organs out, there's space for a heater. Joe's wife is pregnant, but it's not his, making him tonight's big loser. Who are you? Sizzest man alive and a national treasure. Then why aren't you buried? My mom caught me. I'm screwed. Oh god, oh why, oh my god, help. What do I do? A gap. Just put it in her slow. Go easy on her, it's your mother after all. Ayo. What's your favorite crayon flavor? Peach, because it reminds me of foreskin. I've never seen snow or the ocean. Where you from? Ethiopia. Damn, that means you haven't seen food either. What is the sizzest thing a man can wear? The skin of his enemies. This is the way. Dog refuses to leave the bed and then proceeds to fall asleep while looking after the little one. He's waiting for the person holding the camera to leave so he can eat the child. How often do married couples have sex? What's sex? See that corpse over there? Watch and learn. What's the longest you've gone without baiting? 2 or 3 miles. Family. Hey, let's take a vacation and get a flight to Hawaii. You. Nervous breathing. Nervous beating. Man makes humanized figure of George Floyd for Christmas. It's white so it might not get killed this time. What's the creepiest thing you can say to a person who just woke up? You really should start locking the door. We have disabled the comment section to protect the minors. YouTube. We have disabled the comment section to protect you guys from minors. YouTube. We have disabled the minors to protect the comment section. YouTube. What's the difference between Paul Walker and Betty White? Paul Walker hit 100 before he died. I almost said too soon, mate, but then I remembered Paul Walker died in 2013. Almost 10 years ago. Duck me, we are getting old. Duck me, we are getting old. He isn't. If the prettiest people continue having kids exclusively with other pretty people and ugly people only have kids with ugly people, eventually subspecies of human will start to exist. Kind of like elf/dwarf/orc, etc. My man discovered eugenics in the shower. So did the Jewish. Slaps roof of the shower. You can cry so ducking much in this bad boy. You could fit an entire family in that shower. The Germans made bigger. Yesterday, as a staff member said I had to put back sausages due to the buying limit, I explained we had 7 kids. Offered to show her my Medicare card and Christmas photos as proof. Any tips of feeding 7 kids when the government has failed them? Eat one of the kids. Solution. Just set the trash can on fire. Set the trash on fire and the people will be warm for a night. Set the people on fire and they will be warm for the rest of their lives. Remember, switching to your pistol is faster than reloading, but if all else fails you still have your hand. Good advice for anyone considering a career in the adult film industry. I was sad that instead of the little girl my parents desperately wanted, they were stuck with me instead. They'll love me if I do this, I thought, as I lowered my underwear and picked up the knife. We are having sausage for dinner. That is the most cursed thing I have ever read. What the duck? How did you beat photography addiction? By seeing my sister on there once. Not kidding. Oh no. Inc/s. She give you a family discount? Cutting people's earphones, then giving them AirPods, cutting off their legs, then buying them a wheelchair. Imagine seeing your mom get killed and then your mom's murderer tries to act like your mom. We all make mistakes. Each javelin round costs $80,000, and the idea that it's fired by a guy who doesn't make that in a year at a guy who doesn't make that in a lifetime is somehow so outrageous it almost makes the war scene winnable. Ha ha ha, good description. Well, that lifetime is getting cut pretty short. Plus 10 holy damage. Gun sales to Christians after this plus 99%. 1 hour woman crying and sobbing sound. I make my girlfriend sing this to me whenever she does something wrong. You eat a small family in a restaurant and see Gordon Ramsay. You season them appropriately and he gives you the thumbs up. Hey, that's me. Horoscope. You will eat today. Zodiac people. Well, at least people in Africa can be reasonably surprised. Anti-cheats in real life. Killing airsoft cheaters with real 50 caliber Desert Eagle. Deserved it, to be honest. Bangs them from the game permanently. The Cupid 19 in my body watching me pour pure fluoroantimonic acid into my mouth. Trust me, it works. This is how I cured the Cupid patients inside the nursery home. There's no need for you to have privacy. I asked my mom to knock before coming in my room and she took my door away. Just always be unique in your room by the doorway minding your own business until she takes away your pens. Came home after a long shift. Went to get some food. A mouse was in it. This is actually how Ratatouille started. What's the difference between a rat and a mouse? The flavor. Even animals deserve to be relaxed. I don't think it's a dumb idea if it helps them. At least these cows aren't being cultured. Put cow pan, and it's over, they'll rule the world in no time. This is my right hand. Was born like this. Yeah, but doesn't mean you have to type with it. What is supposed to be sexy, but just turns you off? Saying are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? My name is not Mr. Krabs, and so it is a turn off. Male ducks will rip female ducks and can drown them in the process. Ducks' legs is basically rip. Exactly. Wholesome animals. Ducks are the most wholesome creature to ever walk this earth. Treat spiders the way you want to be treated. Killed without hesitation. A single spam is comprised of about 800 MB of data. A single repopulate is about 80 petabytes. Throughout human history, men combined have most likely transferred more data more efficiently than anything we've done cumulatively with technology. Yeah man, let me send you an email real quick. When the school shooter leaves you in the room full of dead girls. Lol. And the best part is all the extra holes. They harden in response to physical trauma. Masochism. Son. We harden in response to physical trauma. Now I can run over kids in 240 FPS. Salem. 1692. Man. My family depends on me for survival. A woman. I live by myself and I'm fine. Man. Gasps. A witch. US. 2022. As a teen. How do I answer the question what do you do for fun/a hobby if I really didn't do anything? I'm tired of freezing up and being awkward. I'll typically make something up but then I don't even progress the conversation. Like I'll tell them I like hunting and say nothing more. You can sincerely answer that your only hobby is jacking off. Poisonous versus venomous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. If you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. I've been bitten by a poisonous snake. So, you're fine? What if we bite each other and neither of us dies? That's stinky. Imagine backing off to dead people. Just duck him like a man. That's how I met your mother. My mom told me I have my grandma's nipples. Well, give them back. That's rude. Lab rat. Imagine Ratatouille but he wants to be a surgeon. Which body feature do you find attractive on another person? Intestine. What contract would you take? Marks any card every week. 55%. Get 10,000 gold every day. 4%. Get 70 gems every day. 11%. Get a new emote every day. 3%. Get a girlfriend. 27%. Think about all the legendary king chests you could buy with some organs. For some time, we've experienced the discomfort our union appears to cause others. I'm 63. She's 22. Here's what most people get wrong about our marriage. My math teacher was wrong. 63 does go into 22. What kind of pain is pleasurable? Stretching a sore muscle. Using a foam roller on your sore thighs is pure agony/heaven. Shoving a wet cucumber up your cousin's ace. Peter Parker. Who the duck is Peter Parker? Peter parking my balls in your mouth LMAO. Hands down. The fastest in the world. This is like the Superman joke, where he is honey and flying around until he sees an sunbathing Wonder Woman. So in the blink of an eye he flies down. Danks. And flies away. Wonder Woman asked what was that wind and sound about. The Invisible Man replies he isn't sure. but his ace hurts a lot. What is this? Wrong answers only. Your mom's toy. Cucumbers are really good for memory. I stuck one up my friend's ace 3 years ago, and he still remembers. Can I be your friend? I would say congrats, but it seems like you don't want it, so sorry I guess. It's a Cupid test, not pregnancy test. Spain passes new law to make pets official members of the family. I go to Spain. What are you doing, stepdog? I can sell my kidney for 62 grand. Gaming PCs on me, boys. It's more profitable if you sell someone else's. How bad was it? A video of a guy inserting whipped cream into a girl's ace, who then farted all over the guy's nut. I regret asking. Bots have rights too. So that's how Starbucks does it. Official vocal/instrumental anthem of Germany. I played this in art school. They were terrified to reject me. Finally paying after holding it in all day. You can hold it in all day. Sure. Step 1. Have a nut. Step 2. Tie it in a knot. Bruh, here in Romania you can literally do anything and you won't be in trouble. You can smoke crack next to dead honkers all day and nobody will care. Why would you be smoking crack and not ducking them? I've always loved this car. Maybe one day I'll be blessed enough to get hit by one. When a girl cries out of sadness, it's cute, and we need to give her tissues and support. When I slam children's heads into the ground out of anger, I have to control my emotions. Tells you a lot about society. Who said you can only complete your dream in game? You can do it in real life too. My dream is to get a nuke. 30 kills. In COD Modern Warfare 2019. I guess I must start my streak, since I can do it in real life. Yep, you can complete that also, you just have to join North Korea. First he'll host the Oscars, and then be announced as 007. Big year for Mr. Holland. We want 007, not 005 feet 7. My mom made me salad sandwich this morning with the cucumber we deep road. Everyone asks, would you finish baby hodler? But no one asks, would you raise baby hodler so he's grow up into a better person? I'd finish on baby hodler. What two jobs are fine on their own but suspicious if you work both of them? Proctologist and ventriloquist. Hands up all the aces. Also, gynecologist. This reminds me of a video I saw once of a meek woman on stage completely painted green and made up to look like Kermit the Frog, and a guy dressed up as Jim Henson fisting her and using her as a human muppet while singing It's Not Easy Being Green. Switzerland's painless seaside machine. I've always wondered what would happen if these were readily available to the public. I imagine the Western population would take a rage hit. Half of the Middle East is seacidal. Seacidal with purpose. Remember what they took from you. Wyatt squished. He was in Travis Scott concert. Makes sense. Nothing worse than spending money on food that did not hit the spot the way you thought it would. Well, I mean, there's leukemia. Brother's photos, then put it back on his camera. He is terrified of clowns. There have been. I'm also afraid of clowns. It started when my mom hired one for my 6th birthday. I know it is an irrational fear, but there is just something terrifying about the makeup, the hairstyle, the red nose, the baggy pants, the taste of the pants, and the really big shoes. Blessed Cinderella. You know what's funny? The prince tried every other house before her one. So she had a pretty fun day. Reject modernity. Mickey Mouse Funhouse. Embrace tradition. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Mickey Mouse and the Doghouse is what I watched as a kid. Every man at some point in their lives have attempted to snack their own nut. That's a no for me. Duck. Guilty. Not even once. Yeah. I heard Marilyn Manson had to remove his lower ribs to do it, and figured that meant it was impossible without surgery. Small contributions. I heard the Pope did that too. sniper's nest at the stadium. Well, that's one way to motivate the players and crowd at the same time. Your chest is insane, Levi said, as he slipped his feminine hand into Magnus's pants and smirked. Are you trying to mate me? Protests Magnus, as Levi blushes. The boyish figure undressed before Magnus. Weak tempo play. Levi, the two kissed, deeply and passionately, and afterwards Magnus places his rook into Levi's open line. 24-year-old Torizo carrying his father Wahuzo, 67, for 6 hours through the Amazon rainforest, Brazil, to get vaccinated. The two are a part of the Zo, a native tribe. He's gonna be past when he gets back home, and they tell him about boosters. How cool would it be if Nessa gets into Fortnite? If it will give us a better model for her pawn animations, then I'm all about it. A gunshot resounded throughout the house, waking everyone up, even the father, who, standing in panic over the corpse of his own daughter, dropped the gun on the floor. Daughter, can I go to a party and do shots with my friends? Dad, we have shots at home. Shots at home. What two jobs are fine on their own but suspicious if you work both of them? Antique jewelry dealer and funeral director. Actually one of the most probable answers. Wouldn't be surprised if this cropped up in a murder mystery TV show sometime. Slaps stomach. You can fit 2 babies in this bad boy. 8 if you try hard enough. 0 if you slap hard enough.